layers.
All right,
Put,
guys.
have my silk stockings underneath.
Oh yeah, you hike through the pants up in the
Yeah.
middle.
Okay. We're going to see Goldra.
Did we start?
I have,
Oh, okay.
yeah. Yeah, you're good.
Goldra.
I've anticipated that Alex will start without asking if we've started.
Okay, here's Goldra. Goldra is very ornery because she doesn't like to be shown. But I insisted to that. So
She has the wrong owner if she doesn't like to be shown.
well, she's secretive to a fault. Oh, that's stuck. Okay, here she is. Without further ado,
Oh my
this is Goldra.
goodness, cool.
Good grief, this is good. Goldra is a chameleon lizard of Costa Rica. That's where I found her, or got her, so to speak.
Cool.
And she is water resistant and likes anchovies.
Does she?
Yeah.
Does she swallow them whole?
No, we have to sort of break them down. But I wanted to, we're not filming.
I think we are.
Oh, we are?
Yeah.
We are, go ahead.
Cameraman is.
Very cool.
That's funny when you do that on some of them because they really come to life. You know, when you put it right up in the camera. It's really cool.
Is it a squeaky toy?
No squeaks from
That should have been a feature, I think, given the gaping maw.
Well, then it would be more toy-like.
Right.
I see it as being a true specimen.
Yeah.
What does Luna think of her?
Hasn't seen her because Luna would try to eat her.
Yeah. So you just carry her around in her mouth. Take her for a walk.
For a walk, and then be thinking that there's a squeaky in there, and be frustrated.
Yeah.
It's not squeaky.
Luna and I have this in common then.
Yeah.
The expectation of it being a squeaky toy. Yes.
Okay. So we'll keep her there, and then I wanted to show, and this is rather unusual. From the opera Aida, Leslie is the foil to Aida, who is an Egyptian princess. Other way around. Amaris, who is Leslie, is the foil for Aida, the Ethiopian princess. So when the opera was finished, Leslie managed to secure from costuming her
Amazing.
Yeah,
Holy shit.
It's costume.
Yeah.
It's well done.
Nice. We got a little.
Well, it's showing some wear. We've had it for maybe 20 years.
Yeah.
That's a Verdi opera, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah. Fabulous.
Well, you know why
You must hear it.
Well, you know why I ask about that one, about if it's Verdi or not, is because Verdi, almost every aria that Verdi wrote, he puts the most important note in the melody exactly where the voice is guaranteed to crack. On purpose.
Okay.
So there's no way you can do it full-throated and pull it off. It reveals your basic human frailties, and it's done as an artistic decision. Yeah. Yeah. It's very psychological.
You must discuss that with Leslie.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd love to hear discussion. Isn't that something?
Yeah. Do you ever wear this one?
You may want to put it on.
Yeah, may I try?
Sure. I was hoping you would. I have worn it, but it tends to be feminine.
What does Leslie think of you wearing it?
She thinks it's totally outrageous.
Yeah.
You know, I would agree.
It is pretty amazing.
It's pretty stunning. It's stunning.
What was the rest of the costume like?
Very ornate, beautifully embroidered, and my gosh, they spent no expense at SF Opera and at Washington, where she was in the same opera, and in Europe. They're always lavish, and they weigh an awful lot, the costuming. So after a 3-hour opera, like in Rome, for example, it was daylight, she was probably lost 2 or 3 pounds of water, just sweating.
Wow.
And not only is it hot, but you have the fact that they are introducing the opera to a huge crowd. So, you know, in other words, you've got the heat, you've got the crowds, people acting out while you're trying to sing. You've got a lot of factors, so you're exhausted.
Yeah.
It sounds really good.
And then I would like to show, coming right along, this has a separate, it's in the happy birthday bag, but it's just there because it's safer. These are, let's see how I phrased it. These are the Peruvian flautists. They're absolutely precious. I'll show it up to the camera first.
Oh, how cool.
Show it to you, and then you see the back is the flute. So in other words, the mouth is applied to the bottom, and the holes are here for.
So that lady in the middle is really getting a lot of special treatment.
Yes. And the idea is that the hand is showing that is a flute. And it is Peruvian from Machu Picchu.
Beautiful.
Isn't it well done?
Play
Well.
Give it a try.
Okay.
What would Leslie think about, you know?
I probably won't get the right kind of notes.
That's all right. I'm just curious to hear what it sounds like.
Okay.
All right.
I imagine you'd have to have maybe smaller hands. Perhaps it's meant for a child.
May I take a look?
Yeah.
First of all, here we go. Let's get this in full view. This is really cool. Wow. Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
You know, I can't resist.
In tiny little hats on top of their head.
Oh, you know how to do it. Yeah.
I need more time with
I
the
think
three of them.
They're very.
Wow.
There's a lot of dexterity there for the person using these.
Yeah. Well, I don't wonder how much utility is intended.
Yeah.
You know, it could be decorative.
A toy.
Yeah.
I like they have nice
Oh, it's
faces.
just precious.
Yeah.
And
They look nice.
excuse me. I like the fact that they're little.
Yeah.
I like little people in sculpture.
It's really
I don't know
adorable.
why, it's just-
You know, that's really. I mean,
I think
cute. I don't know what else to say it. It's
well,
really
the
cute.
fact that it's diminutive, I think, is
Yeah.
another level of charm. Okay, so there's.
Well, and the bashfulness of the faces.
Pushing back just a tad.
Well, the way they're all kind of covering they have their hands on their faces, like they're sort of bashful.
No, I think
little
they're playing the flute. That was my thought. In other words,
Well-
they have their own flute.
But it would. I would.
No.
I would think that would be shown they'd be shown holding it if that was the case, right?
Well, then I am mystified.
I think they're embarrassed by the way you have to blow into the flute.
Oh,
I really do. I really do. That's not an accident. You can't design it that way by accident.
I'm going to have to find a Peruvian person.
We're going to talk more about this.
Do a little research like the Chinese guys.
Yeah, that's right. Deserves some research. Okay, and finally, and this is now in your. This is the piece de resistance, and I put it in your Tito's vodka bag to protect it. It was just available this morning. This is the famous, again, referring to notes here just to get it right. This is the famous blue Hope diamond from South Africa. You're
I
laughing?
can't wait to see it.
Okay.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, of course, it's a replica. The real one would be worth about 35 million.
Yeah.
You want to bring it up close?
Yeah.
The color is just.
Yeah, it's gorgeous.
Wowzers.
That's
That's what I'm talking about.
At one time, Richard Burton wanted to get this for Liz Taylor.
Yeah.
He got her something equally as cool, and her collection is one of the best in the world, still.
Yeah, I was reading about it recently.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And he spent no expense. He would do really shitty movies to get enough money to buy Liz enough jewelry.
I like it in that little pot.
Yeah, it
too.
just seems to fit.
Yeah.
It seems to fit. I looked around for, so we'll keep them there.
Yeah.
And I'm glad that you guys like these. And I was telling Jas that I look harder and harder during the week to find something really, really special.
Yeah.
To keep this going.
Yeah.
And I don't want any competition. I don't want anyone in the world to do a show and tells to beat Sir Alex, because this is my game. Okay, and they can try, but
It,
I have no fear that they will succeed.
it's an impossibility.
You are playing to win.
Yeah,
I can tell you
Why
that.
did you pick these today?
Okay. Unfortunately, we were talking about Leslie's hearing, and I may need also an aid, and we're going to research me next.
Yeah.
And so we talked about Aida because there's a triumphal march in the middle of Aida that's world-renowned, outstanding. And they go so far, if they can afford it, to have real elephants, camels, horses, snakes, tigers, doing the procession. It goes on for a long time, and they will go around the proscenium in the back of the set and come back for 2 or 3 rounds.
Wow.
There are strong men, holding people on their shoulders. It's just an extravagant pageant.
Yeah.
In the middle of the opera, that you still have the rest of the opera.
Right. Well, and it reminds you that opera was what Hollywood is.
Yeah, exactly.
It had the same cultural place.
Yeah, and the spectacle was the whole point.
Yeah.
So we were talking about that, and I thought, gee whiz, Aida was one of the loudest in terms of orchestral rehearsals. And you have many rehearsals at full volume. Because the conductor's got to be sure that every instrument is playing correctly.
Yeah, and you got to balance everyone's volume at the performance level volumes.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You know all that.
Yeah.
So that's why I took that. This Leslie has a woman from a friend who's a woman from Peru, and I sent her a photograph, and she said, "Alex, I suspect this is Bolivia." So I disagreed because. It was sold to me by a Peruvian woman. So anyway, that's still going to be further research. And she didn't know any more about hand holding. The Hope Diamond, I used to belong to the Gemology Society, and occasionally we get copies of famous jewels, gems. And so I bought this one, I think for probably about 40 years ago, for about $20.
Wow.
I'm sure it's gone up, even though it's not the real McCoy.
Right.
Just to have a replica.
Why did you pick that one to buy?
Oh, I just love the cobalt blue. I'm very fond of the way the light hits the blue, and it becomes kind of radiant.
Yeah. Kind of like the color of water.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, like a lapis kind of.
And this guy, he's been in my studio, or excuse me, downstairs in the catacombs for a long time. And I used to have a hot dog, a phony hot dog. And then I just saw it. I turned around. Oh gosh, yes, got to bring him. So things like that happen just by association.
Right. Lizard goes to a Giants game, gets a hot dog.
Open a drawer. What?
Lizard goes to a Giants game and gets a hot dog, right? And is not letting go of it.
So anyway.
Well, thank you.
Delightful, as always.
You want to zoom in on?
I'll take still photographs afterwards.
Okay.
Yeah. Or now,
Take a
actually.
little break.
Yeah.